next match in our doubles bracket. Why don't you go ahead and take it away?
We got Beesy and JimmyJoe versus Studstill and Nothing.
I got to play a little bit with Nothing the other day. For the Salty Suite, we had some Falcon Dittos, and it was just a lot of fun. Nothing being our Florida representative. Shout out to him for going and making the flight out and really representing his region. But he's going to be going off against Beesy and JimmyJoe. They each were supposed to be paired with different people. If I remember correctly, JimmyJoe was supposed to be playing with Tacos, and Beesy was supposed to be playing with Bowl, but neither one of those players could make it out, so they decided at the last minute to go ahead and team with each other. JimmyJoe, I'm expecting him to probably be playing Pikachu. He's kind of the...
Yeah, he's probably Red Pika.
Yeah, I think he's the Red Pikachu. He's the resident Pokemon expert, with Beesy and JimmyJoe being the red team and Nothing and Studstill being on the blue team. Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and start by talking a bit about this team composition? I mean...
yeah, Pikachu, Kirby, you'll see this pretty much at every single tourney because Kirby has great stage control, and Pikachu can just kind of go around, edge guard, do whatever.
Yeah, no, I can definitely expect that. Even there, trying to go for the F smash still gets clipped by the blade on that final cutter. And I can see that coming into play a lot. And you'll notice in that last game that we saw, sometimes the Pikachu players will be a little bit too close to the stage to go ahead and ensure that they get the F smash. But if you're not careful and you're not quick enough, then sometimes you can fall victim to that blade from that final cutter, which is really useful at clearing up the ledge whenever people kind of overextend in that fashion.
And yeah, Studstill's known for using the up B maybe a little too much in some certain situations where you shouldn't use it, but when he gets it, he gets really excited, so he always goes for it.
Man, that was a great downer there. Still a little bit left in the tank, and it looks like Studstill's going to be able to go ahead and make it back onto the stage. Relatively close game. No longer so close, though. That stock shedding is definitely going to be in favor of the red team right now.
Mario having trouble edge guarding Kirby there.
It can be so tough, to get those edge guards on Kirby. With so many jumps, you have so many mix-ups. I feel like whenever you're trying to edge guard Kirby, the best thing is to put out walls of really safe aggression that kind of limit the Kirby's option. And then whenever you see them start up that up B, that's when you go all in.
Yeah, you want to wall them out, keep them from just getting an easy ledge grab, and then once you see they're running out of jumps, you can kind of throw out an aerial by the ledge and try to...
Great awareness from Studstill, hanging onto that ledge, preventing JimmyJoe from recovering. And wow, this game was definitely in favor of red team. Less than a minute ago, Studstill and Nothing have done a great job of bringing this back.
Yeah, they really turned it around really quick there.
I mean, that's the thing about a player like Studstill. He just plays, as he calls it, weird. Sometimes he just does options that just don't really make sense, and they can catch people off guard. The double kill, really, really big momentum shift in favor of the red team. Beesy and JimmyJoe still have a bit of fight in them left. They have the stock advantage, but percent advantage currently really in favor of the blue team, but that can shift honestly at any time.
Yeah, blue team with stage control right now.
Getting into it. Studstill opting for that top platform here. I love the little jab he did before he went for that F tilt. It was an interesting pressure situation. Great awareness from JimmyJoe with the up air, trying to go and cover the ledge as best as he can. Back at center stage, and the fact that Beesy just died actually gives him the opportunity to use the F smash there to cover. And you can see that Studstill's holding on to Beesy for dear life. They're finally able to start some sort of a punish because of that.
That's actually a kill move sometimes. You can shoot your partner into your other opponent, and it'll kill them a lot of the times.
And no jump there for Beesy is going to result in a stock loss. Man, this game is just going back and forth. It feels like since we shifted from mid approaching the late game, though, the blue team has really found their footing.
No team has really grasped control and held it really for too long in this match. It's been back and forth.
But maybe some signs of blue starting to pull away. JimmyJoe hoping to find some answers for that. He has Nothing in a pressured situation. He used the back air, but notice not really that much of a punish at all from Beesy. That was his chance to really lay some punishment down because that back throw from Mario is such a commitment.
There it is again with the Studstill with the inhale.
So let's go ahead and look at this game, right? It's all of a sudden tied once again. Like we said, it's gone back and forth. Oh, what does either team really need to do to just cement the lead?
The next kill is really gonna give whoever gets it the lead here, because
it's certainly,
once you're on your last stock and you get killed, a 2v1 usually doesn't go in your favor.
And there's that next kill. I knew it was going to be because of a Kirby. That was fantastic from Beesy, going ahead and securing this lead right now.
And that's what Kirby's so great at in teams, just picking up those quick downers off the ledge and giving your team a stock lead.
And you'll notice JimmyJoe a lot of times he'll put these throws in a position where Beesy has an easy chance to capitalize. We want to see the same thing from Nothing and Studstill, seeing as they're down to their last stocks in game 1. Great up smash. That's going to go ahead and even up the stocks a bit. We had JimmyJoe off stage. The coverage was in the right idea. They had the right idea as to where to cover. They just didn't really quite execute properly. And yeah, that down.
Picks it up.
So Studstill against the world here. Nice opportunity here. But right there, JimmyJoe with the interruption. Beesy trying to go ahead and go all in, and it's going to result in him actually losing the stock. Studstill has an opportunity here to do it. You see him standing up. He's about to go all in here.
He's so focused right now.
Down to the wire. It's not going to take much for either one of these players to really take the stock.
I'm going to guess he's going to end in a grab. Oh, no. Went for the down tilt.
Yeah, and really smart from Studstill. Actually, the shield there set up for an edge shield scenario, so we couldn't see that much pressure. Maybe if JimmyJoe opted to go for the grab instead, that would have been enough to end the set. Studstill, unorthodox option there, going for the dash attack. It works, and it actually catches him off guard. And the F smash means that Studstill is able to go ahead and take back that 2v1.
Wow, good work by Studstill there.
Wow, that was excellent play. It was all about those Kirby's. It was all about those Kirby's. That one overcommitment from Beesy when he decided to go all in on the down air really ended up costing his team.
Yeah, you can't overcommit going out against another Kirby.
It's so tempting, man. It's so tempting. You see Kirby just floating around there. I know it. You know it as a Falcon main, right? There's just like, man, I know I could just, maybe I can get a down air there. And they're like, no, you can't. And they just jump right past you and they hit you with the down air of their own. It feels bad, man.
It's the Falcon life. It's
the Falcon life, dude. You either die a Falcon or you live long enough to see yourself become a Kirby. Nah, I'm playing.
Studstill's
taking a minute,
going
man.
off strings.
He's taking a minute. He's just like, let me call my agent real quick about Emperor's New Groove 3. Want to nail that position as Krunk. But no.
Easy option to go Pikachu.
Studstill's still so much hype from winning that 2v1. Doesn't even have the time to sit down. He's remaining standing for this one. So nearly headless Studstill and Nothing. Taking game 1 over Beesy and JimmyJoe. And we're seeing the character switch actually from Beesy. He's deciding to go ahead and take out some of that variance whenever he commits to those down airs. And he's going for Pikachu. Now he has different avenues to go ahead and make it back into the stage, so we won't really see a scenario like we did previously.
Still, like, Pikachu does get caught by Kirby sometimes if they really overcommit, but
this is true.
Generally Pikachu can go as deep as Pikachu wants to go and can up back.
I have no idea what the blue team was thinking there. Honestly, that was just the most confusing save scenario I've ever seen.
They didn't really make use of both having invincibility there.
It's gonna be a shield break. Studstill with that set up.
A shield break on top platform, but Pikachu comes in to break it up.
Just simple pressure, really. I don't know if the multiple jabs was a mistake, if he's maybe trying to go for a single jab into an F tilt like we've seen him do previously. But that's kind of been Studstill's game, right? He's not really committing to too many overly aggressive options, right? Sometimes he'll do something weird, like just hold someone in with the inhale. But that is pretty standard, very simple, not too committal, which is exactly what you really need to be doing for teams.
Yeah, Studstill can be very unpredictable. And sometimes it works to his advantage, sometimes it doesn't. Nice grab out of the up by Mario, though. Good read.
And that's going to go ahead and even up the stocks. Studstill in a really rough position, though. Great timing on that F smash. Going to catch him just before he's able to land. So this is one thing that I've noticed. We're not necessarily seeing that same level of awareness, I feel, from the red team at times. When it comes to being able to put in optimal threat assessment. We saw a situation where one of the red team members was getting hit continuously with those up tilts from Studstill, and no real response from the other red team member who was just hanging on to the ledge.
Yeah, when you're in teams, if your opponent's getting comboed, you have to choose between fighting the other player on the other team or going to save your partner. I mean, if you have them in a combo, sometimes you drop the combo to save your partner over finishing it.
How do you feel about some of these inhales that Studstill's going for? For me, I see that on one hand, it can be a good mix-up, but on the other hand, it kind of limits some of his recovery potential and might put him in bad positions.
He'll sometimes do it under the platform on the sides because if you approach from the front with like pretty much anything but a projectile, you'll get sucked in. So what you need to do is like jump onto the platform and then do a platform drop aerial.
So far, counterpick seems like it's really working out in favor of Team Red. Making a pretty solid stock advantage. Studstill coming back onto the right side of the stage with that forward air. He's not even going to be bothering trying to chase down Pikachu. You know, Pikachu is so hard at times to really commit to edge guarding. Instead, he's just going to be focusing on the one player remaining on stage. So what are some things that, we've talked about blue team a lot, right? But what are some things that we're really seeing from the red team that's really made it so that they've been able to have this lead?
Right now, they're just kind of outplaying blue team on stage.
Right. Lots of on-stage opportunities are really making it so that Studstill, I think that's what's making it so that Studstill isn't really finding as many spikes in this game, is just because of the on-stage presence that we're seeing from the red team overall. Even they're waiting for that grab to fully execute before coming in for the counter. Forward air string there. Oh, trying to get the grab. Finally is able to do so, but instead of getting it on nothing, he gets it on Studstill. That back throw is going to be really big for the red team as they're inching closer and closer to winning game 2.
That's the thing when you're playing double Pika in that situation. Well, they didn't get back that time, but usually double Pikachu doesn't really need great stage control. Like now we mean we're playing Falcon Pikachu. Like if I'm getting edge guarded by a Kirby, the Pikachu needs to come help.
Yeah,
but when you're playing double Pika, you can anyone can go anywhere pretty much. So
you have a lot more independence when it comes to every aspect of the game, right? I'd say that Falcon, he's really independent when he's on stage and he's starting that combo game. But whenever it comes to recovering, he needs a teammate there to go ahead and clear a landing for him. But Pikachu, again, those mix-ups in recovery. Looks like JimmyJoe wants to go ahead and secure one of those down airs. Finally he's able to plant one, but look at Studstill. Even though he got hit by that down air, had the right presence to go ahead and plant the back air just when he needed to. Nothing down to just one stock here as well.
They needed that stock to make this comeback, but let's see what they can do with 2 stocks. 1 stock.
Nothing against the world here.
Nothing. Gonna try to camp out with fireballs.
I don't know if Mario has that same level of punishment that his Falcon can really bring to the table. He definitely has a better job when it comes to recovering, but that's about it.
A lot of Falcon mains won't play Falcon in teams.
It's a commitment, man.
I like to, but it's hard sometimes when there's a Kirby on the other team. You're just getting gimped a lot.
It's true.
We're going to game 3.
It looks like they're kind of talking it over, trying to figure out where they're going to go. Like we said, nothing does have the Falcon, but you pointed it out. Lots of Falcon mains really don't like playing the character in teams.
It's because in singles, Falcons really thrives because he has 0 to death combos. But in teams, you don't have time to pull those off. So you have to go for like forward throw, like dare, instead of going for the up air sometimes. But he's still the fastest character when he's on stage. If he needs to get across the stage to help his opponent, he can get across the stage faster than anyone else. Or if he needs to get across the stage to pick up a kill,
that's why be there. I think that's why I really like playing Falcon even in doubles, is the fact that he can traverse the stage so quickly. And if you have a teammate who's playing a character like Kirby, it doesn't take that same level of commitment to get a kill. You could do something like a back air, or maybe 2 back airs, put them just off stage, and then have your partner who's a Kirby finish the job with a dare.
Okay, we'll see the same characters again for game 3 here.
Yeah, JimmyJoe, is player 3, going to be
a
shield broken right out the gate. He's bashing for dear life, trying to go ahead and make it back.
That's pretty smart by Studstill, letting Mario take the punish, and then he covered the other Pikachu. So JimmyJoe was stuck in shield break.
A smash from Studstill. Tried to go for the spike.
Unconventional up B there.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the spike there, and it nearly cost him a stock.
Beesy with a good punish on it, too. Or did they switch? I think they switched. I think JimmyJoe's the light one now.
Really?
Oh, no. JimmyJoe's still the dark one.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. On the right side of the stage, you saw Beesy connect with that up air. Whoa! That was the craziest stage spike. That was such a crazy stage spike. He actually stage spiked by spitting out the inhale. That was insane.
And Studstill goes for those a lot. But I think if the Pikachu realizes what he's going for, they can always get back. But he kind of just caught JimmyJoe off guard there.
Oh, nice. Right now, Red Team maintaining control of the stage, and that's a common factor that we saw in that last game. They really were able to pull away from this game whenever they were able to hold on to the stage. So for the blue team, it's going to be all about setting up for some opportunities for Studstill to come in strong with those bears and bears. Oh. Studstill, I think, was maybe dropping in there to potentially help Nothing recover after the inevitable F smash, but kind of found himself, again, relinquishing stage control, which gave Red Team an opportunity here.
Oh, Studstill goes for it again, and he gets it on JimmyJoe. JimmyJoe, he's got to adapt. He can't get hit by that again.
Yeah, that's twice now. And especially because I think JimmyJoe is mashing so hard to get out.
I think he was mashing. That's why he nared out of it. But usually what I like to do is I'll mash up on the stick and C buttons. So I'll jump on the first frame that I get out of it.
But even then, where Studstill is hitting makes it so that if you jump, there's a chance that you'll actually get pineapple. And that can be really rough, too. So some of these unorthodox options in Game 3 have been really taking this red team a bit offhand. But regardless, they're still maintaining the stock.
Blue team's keeping it close, though. Studstill's stage spikes. Oh, and he makes a mistake. He hits Mario off, and then he makes it back, but still, you don't want to do that.
I don't know what that down B was, man.
Blue Mario does look red because he is pretty much wearing red overalls with a blue shirt instead of blue overalls with a red shirt.
It could have just been a lapse in judgment, but mistakes were certainly made, and that's definitely going to be costing this team.
This is winners, right?
Yes, this is still winners.
So Studstill have a chance at redemption if that does end up costing the match.
I mean, he did win the first 2v1, but the way that this game is going right now, I don't even know if they're going to have a chance at a second. Back throw from Mario might have some answers there, though. Maybe feeling a little bit confident over that taunt cancel as well.
Bad situation for Mario.
And now the adaptation. Beesy's been seeing these inhales from Studstill all game long. Goes for an up tilt to go ahead and stuff that option out.
Comeback's looking grim right now. 2 stocks to 5.
I mean, I feel like Studstill's kind of put in every possible mix-up option. You know, he's like a magician at a kid's birthday party. He's just running out of tricks at this point.
Trying to bring out the presents and cake. Magic's all gone.
Solid grab there. Studstill tried to go and cover the high option of the recovery, but instead we're seeing JimmyJoe just go straight for the ledge. It's the easier, safer option, and so he's just going to be taking it. Nice. Yeah, the surprise down B, going to be knocking JimmyJoe off stage. Maybe a chance here for the blue team to capitalize, but Beesy going straight for the ledge that time, picking up on how often this blue team has been covering high.
JimmyJoe really, Mario wasn't giving JimmyJoe really an easy way to get in to save his partner. Let's get stage control there, blue team. And they're kind of bringing this back.
Slowly but steadily.
They might make us eat our words there.
Yeah, this is true.
Maybe there's a second act to this magic show.
Maybe. I'd certainly love to see an encore, but I feel like it's getting close to that grand finale. Down air is going to be setting up a little opportunity, but not really too much. Studstill there prevents JimmyJoe from really hoping to capitalize and take that final stock from nothing. They're playing really cautious here more than anything else. They know that they have this win in the bag if they just play simple, and so they just really don't want to overcommit. They're really looking more so for the blue team.
They don't seem to be approaching at all. They're just sitting back.
I mean,
Mario throw fireballs.
In a scenario like this for the red team, I think they're really hoping to just capitalize on some of the blue team's mistakes more so than ever, right? Studstill being the kind of player that he is prone to do a lot of unorthodox, kind of goofy options, but those options leave you very vulnerable at times, and there's that vulnerability right there. Quit. You know, I got to give props, though. Studstill had a great moment there in Game 1, but red team with a little bit of adjustment is able to go ahead and scoop that one up 2-1.